choking nightmare of a colonist in 2050. And public enemy number one is the car. By 2050, the number of cars on the road will more than double. That will be an incredible 4.5 million vehicles on the streets of the Philippines. A Philippine traffic snarl. For Nobel-winning climate scientist Dan Canning, there's one obvious solution.
If we can make mass transit the main way we get around, cities of the future can be very different and much cleaner than today.
Getting people out of individual vehicles and into mass transit dramatically cuts fuel use and emissions. But any vehicle with a combustion engine still belches deadly fumes. So this woman has an idea that could transform the streets of Ecopolis. Born out of an old army truck and a mountain of festering trash.
I think it's a very exciting, innovative idea to combine two major industries, transport and waste management. You basically convert waste to cash.
Manila, capital of the Philippines. This fast-expanding megacity is home to over 14 million people and 1.4 million cars. Air quality is 3 times worse than the safety standard. Greenpeace climate campaigner Athena Ballesteros believes the city is at a crisis point.
Manila is actually ranked as one of the top 10 worst, most polluted cities in the whole world. 1 out of 10 Filipino children are suffering from asthma or other respiratory diseases.
Manila's traffic fumes kill an astonishing 4,000 residents every year. But Ballesteros sees salvation in Manila and future megacities in a Filipino national icon, the Jeepney.
The Jeepney is one of the most flamboyant, one of the most iconic public transportation vehicles, not just in the Philippines, but in the whole of Asia.
Jeepneys date back to the end of World War II, when the war-ravaged Philippines was desperate for motor vehicles. The locals snapped up surplus U.S. Army Jeeps and turned them into buses. Today, an incredible 300,000 Jeepneys ply their trade on Manila's heaving streets. The good news? Fewer people in cars. The bad news? That diesel-powered Jeepney isn't exactly emissions-free. So Ballesteros decided to reinvent it.
It's the most inefficient and the most polluting of all public transportation.
Her eureka moment? Trade diesel for electric power. Ballesteros took the idea to Robert Puckett, head of Solarco, the solar electric company. Like her, he loves the Jeepney, hates the fumes.
When they came over and suggested the electric vehicle, I jumped into it right away and I said yes.
But Puckett's task wasn't easy. Pound for pound, electric motors can't match a diesel engine for horsepower. He had to devise a vehicle that shed the Jeepney's heavyweight military steel without ditching its personality. It took 4 years' hard work before Puckett was ready to unveil his new baby, the electric Jeepney, remodeled in fiberglass, weighing in at a slimline 900 pounds. In place of its 3-liter diesel engine, a tiny 5-horsepower electric motor. But Puckett knows it'll take some selling to the old-school Jeepney boys. So he pits his electric Jeepney in a nail-biting head-to-head against a World War II-style gas guzzler. It's neck and neck. Until, that is, they hit Manila's notorious rush hour. In the slow, stop, slow, the electric Jeepney is a clean winner.
The Jeepney up front is, idling, emitting smoke, pollution. Here we are, just quiet, there's no idling, no noise, pollution, and no fumes.
The e-Jeepney does everything the old one does, apart from filling your lungs with diesel fumes. But there's still a problem. Electric Jeepneys need electricity. And most electricity still comes from burning fossil fuels. To make the Jeepney a truly future-friendly green machine, Athena Ballesteros knows she must rethink its power source.
Instead of getting your power from coal or oil or gas, you use biodegradable waste.
her brilliant idea, fight one pollution problem with another. Trash, mountains of it, 6,000 tons every day. On this Manila dump site, at least 50,000 people risk their lives, scavenging for anything useful they can sell. But renewables expert Wes Stewart thinks the trash hides a much bigger source of wealth.
You know, most people who come to a place like this dump site just see trash, mounds and mounds of it. But there are thousands and thousands of tons of organic waste product that come here into this dump site every day. Out of that organic can come a tremendous value.
This daily tidal wave of waste from Manila's markets, households, and restaurants could be an amazingly rich source of energy. Here's why. Deep down in a trash heap, hardly any oxygen can get through. In these conditions, tiny natural bacteria digest the organic waste, creating methane. If it gets into the atmosphere, it's a harmful greenhouse gas. But processing the waste in sealed chambers means the methane can be captured. The result is free biogas that can be burned in a generator just like natural gas.
Biogas is sort of nature's original way of cleaning up the planet. All we do is accelerate what nature does for itself. It cleans up our mess.
It means a totally renewable electricity supply for the jeepney and the solution to the methane-spewing waste mountains of future megacities. Manila's entire jeepney fleet may one day be fueled by biogas-generated electricity. But right now, the e-jeepney is already winning fans around the city.
It's so amazing that I didn't even hear it coming. And plus, when you're riding in it, you could actually chat with your friends because it's so quiet.
Hey, next, paano na kami? Thank you.
Athena Ballesteros thinks that for all megacities, this is the ticket to the future.
My dream is to see the electric jeepneys dominate the streets of Manila and of the cities of the Philippines and all the cities of the world.
The green machine that came out of the smog. Can the jeepney set Ecopolis free from gridlock?